Like you're better at uh making the songs or performing the songs?
Uh, that's a good question. Hmm. I I'd say performing for me is easier than writing a song because I don't know, it just comes more naturally. Once the song is made, and then I run it through my head and I get it memorized, and then I feel like yeah I have a lot of fun doing it. It's it's easy for me to bring my energy up and then and go out there and yeah. But writing a song is definitely more tedious. It takes more time, a lot of concentration. Sometimes you gotta walk away from it and then come back, and sometimes the hook doesn't really match the verses, or you gotta rewrite one of the verses or whatever, or you gotta go back to parts of the verse, and you're just like, okay, well, that kind of I lost track here, or I kind of you start to trail off in a different direction. You're like, okay, you want to keep the track here, and halfway through the verse, you start talking about something else, maybe go back to correct that. So yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into that. But once the track's done, like I always say, my process is I write, record, rehearse, and then perform, and then repeat the whole process over again. So performing is great because it's like a release, you get it, you put all this work into it, and you get it, finally you record it, you're doing all these takes, and then it sounds rough, and then you get mixed, and then you get it mastered, and it sounds dope, and then you put it out, and then people are like, oh yeah, I like that song, and this and that. You get your feedback, or they don't like the song, whatever. And then you go out and you perform it live, and then you see like, oh, do people like it live? Maybe they like it only when they were listening to it on their phone or whatever, and now that now that it's in the live realm, like maybe it doesn't translate as well. But yeah, once you get to that point, there's pretty much nothing left to do except for like don't screw it up, right? Like you go out there and try not to screw up the words or whatever, So it's like, like and if you do whatever, you kind of like you just smooth it over and be like, oh yeah, nothing happened there, we're good, right? And so like yeah, like I'm just like, but I find that performing is definitely a lot easier for me because it's just like it's fun and it's a great release, and then you get your blood going, and you get and you see the people out there, and then yeah. And I feel like with it's something that I've done a lot of. I kind of burned myself out. I did way too much performing. I kind of went deaf for a bit, started losing my hearing, and so the fact that I've been able to take a break from doing all that stuff over the last year it's my body has been thanking me for it, and so it does. I mean, that's another side of it. Performing does take a physical toll, and you're out there, you're around all these people, like you're out late, you're in the bar, and stuff like that, and so it's tough. It throws you off. You're not in your schedule, you're not in your routine, and so like there's all that late nights, and then trying to find a good place to eat, everything's closed, and then you're fucking hungry, and like. So there's all that goes into it too. But I mean, like performing is great, but yeah, it's easier than making a song. Making a song's tough, man.